Hey y'all, Emu here, and welcome back finally to another episode of the Talk Emu podcast. It's been a bit. It's been about a month, I think, since I've uploaded. I've been busy. I got a new job. I'm not unemployed anymore, and my new job is very demanding, and I have almost no free time. And I work in a restaurant now, so I have no life outside of work anymore. But I was bored on my day off and decided to come back and just do a quick podcast, something that doesn't take too much effort, and kind of just give a I don't know, like kind of a life update. Maybe talk about recent events in the gaming world or whatever. Got a couple things I'm looking forward to that I'm kind of want to talk about. Um, but yeah, just been dealing with a lot right now. I was also working on a machinima, a Half-Life Blue Shift machinima, which is why I have Barney in the back there. I'm coming to you live from burning down the house. Um, so yeah, been kind of a crazy month. Got a new job. Had some other like family stuff going on, but I was working on a machinima, and I was ready to like upload it. I just had to do a couple more things, just add a few more audio bites, and like finish like some of the putting out the dialogue. But then I got really busy on Father's Day weekend with the and my restaurant is open on holidays, 20 365 days. So yeah, that got really busy, and I've just been so tired. I've just not wanted to do anything at all. But the pod the that machinima is still I still plan on finishing it. It's kind of gonna be like a kind of like a Mind series, like one of those old Mind series from back in the day. If you're if you're under the age of 30, you might not know what that is. Uh, um, but back in like 2009, I think somewhere around there was a huge like community on YouTube of like Half-Life machinima makers, and like there's a bunch of like just great like kind of like memes and creators and stuff around that time that all kind of centered around the same kind of pool of internet humor that doesn't really exist anymore. And I kind of just wanted to make like a love letter to that old scene. Um, which is just funny because Ross Scott is in the news again, um, as of the time of this recording. So it's kind of funny timing. But yeah, there's just been a lot of things that have inspired me over the years, and I've always wanted to do a machinima of some kind, and they take a lot of work, and which is kind of why I'm going with an easier format. But um, I've always wanted to do something in Half-Life Blue Shift, and it's not just a straightforward Mind series. I'm also using like assets from Gmod to like tweak stuff and like kind of make it my own. Really, like I take a lot of inspiration from a lot of different like machinima projects over the years and stuff I grew up with, but honestly, it was Hacker Man that in more recent time that kind of re-sparked that, and I was like, oh, because I have a lot of files on here of like skits I tried to film, and it's just so much editing work, and I just like I don't have any patience for that. But then like seeing Hacker Man reminded me, I'm like, oh, it's almost kind of like a Mind series, and you're just playing through the game and talking over it. So it's like I'll do that, and then just add in like cutscenes and stuff like he does. Um, which if you don't know Hacker Man, if you don't know my buddy Joe DeHo, check him out. Great stuff, and he's actually going to be in this machinima. Um, I'm also kind of doing a superhero angle a little bit, not as heavily as he is, but I mean, those old superhero shows are so ripe for parody, and kind of like what he says with Hacker Man, um, is like it's fun to poke fun and tease at like shows like Arrow that were like way too dramatic, and I don't know, so I decided to kind of work those jokes in a little bit, but Jodo is in it, and his deliveries are hilarious. I gave him notes for like three small characters, and he nailed like the delivery on so much. He uh, I'm looking forward to when it's done. I don't know when I'm gonna finish it. Hopefully, it's sometime soon. I just haven't had the energy. I've got like real life stuff I need to do, like in my house, and I just like I'm just so drained. My ankle kills me. My one ankle is probably at like I don't know, like 40% capacity. That's a that's a reference. If you know, you know. Um, I do have a chocolate peanut butter milkshake though, so that's good. Mm, delicious. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about current things going on. I guess just give kind of an update, life update. Talk about things I'm looking forward to in the gaming world and in the music world as well. Um, I do plan, I did the video on like my favorite games from like the six console generation and like childhood games and stuff. And I did the special episode with Joe, and he was talking about his whole gaming history, like from birth to now, where we talked for 6 hours. uh, the video, the two parts are only 3 hours. we, we cut a lot out. But we did pretty much just end up talking and hanging out for a lot of it, except for when his internet cut out and we had to record the next day um, to finish, which is why the map changes suddenly, like the angle of the camera and like the position of the characters changes a little bit in between the like two parts. His and he edited that video, and you can tell because he actually put effort into it. I put no effort into these. It's like I'm all about like the actual content, like the talking points and the stuff like that. Like I don't put as much effort into like the visuals and the gags and stuff, but let me tell you, he's great at what he does. He is a very good editor. Way better than me. I don't know if it's just I'm too impatient or what, or if he just has like one of those like little like autistic noodle brains that just has to go nuts. Which I mean, he did say he went a little overboard, and it took him like weeks to to put that out, and then transferring the second part over. It took us like 6 hours sitting in my basement with my crappy dumb laptop trying to like render everything and split the parts, arguing over what part to not arguing, not like angrily, but just like trying to figure out where to split it. And I ended up showing him Expedition 33 while it was rendering, and then we did it wrong, so we had to like redo it. And I almost knocked my milkshake over. And so then like it took so long that we just like he just picked up my guitar and I just turned on my drums and we just jammed out for a little while we waited for the video to port or whatever. Yeah, that was fun. It was a great experience. I love collaborating with him. But yeah, so um, so some talking points. I'll get into gaming a little bit, I guess, in a minute. But first, I want to talk about music, which I've only done one video about music on this channel, and it did not do well. I mean, I don't really get a lot of numbers because I'm such a young channel with only like 30 subscribers. Um, but I'm surprised my dumb little like 8 minute Jet Set Radio video got me a subscriber, which is awesome. Um, I'm really glad that they liked that subscriber liked the content. Um, I don't know if I'll ever do more Jet Set content or when, but I'm glad that they found it funny and appreciated it. Really means a lot. Um, it's rough starting out YouTube or anything like that when like you're not getting like any like following or feedback, and which is why like my family was like really supportive, and that really helped and motivated me to want to do more. Of course, my content isn't necessarily appealing to them. Like they don't know anything about JoJo's. They don't know anything about modern anime. They One of them doesn't know anything about music or Warhammer. But yeah, but it's fun, and I can't believe I got the amount of views that I have gotten on certain videos. Like this podcast stuff, I do this just for fun, just for my expression, just for my love of it. I get no views on these. The views I get are from the tier list videos. Um, the uh, the Warhammer video and the JoJo video got like over 300 subscribers in like 2 or 3 days. Um, the anime one is doing all right. I gotta say, most dislikes I've ever gotten was the Warhammer video. Warhammer fans are. I thought the shonen anime one was gonna cause a lot of division. The Wow, Warhammer fans are nuts. um, but yeah. Yeah. Um, as far as music goes, I'm very excited. Four of my favorite bands are releasing new albums this year, and then two other bands I like are currently working on albums. Um, I also went to a concert not too long ago. Um, it was after I started my new job. Uh, I was smart and I asked for the days off in advance during the interview because it was a weekend, and a weekend in the restaurant industry is like you can't get weekends off in the restaurant industry. So that's why it helps to be prepared and be proactive. But I went to see Coheed and Cambria and Mastodon and Periphery. Periphery opened and Coheed was like the main headliner. Uh, Great concert, amazing performances by all three bands. Not really a Periphery fan. Not that I don't like their music, I just never got into them. They're good. They're really good. I'll have to listen to them more. I'll have to check them out. Um, there's one of my really good friends who's basically family. They're her favorite band. She really loves their stuff, and she was so excited. It was funny because I went with two people. I went with her and I went with Jay, the the cousin that I bring up in like all my videos. He has had the most impact on my life, like when it comes to bands and games and and stuff like that. So I went with Jay, and all three of us kind of had a band in the lineup that we liked more. Um, Hers was Periphery, Jay's was Mastodon, and mine was Coheed because I'm a little emo boy. And but I mean they're all prog to some extent. So it's all there's three flavors of prog basically, and it was just a great show. I took a couple videos. I don't like to take videos of concerts. I don't like to film. I like to just enjoy the experience. But I could take a couple just to show people, show my parents, because they want to know because they know I like it. And also, my dad was in the concert production business for like 20 years, so it he likes seeing the stage setups and the lights and all that, and the rigging, and so it was great. They put on a great show. Mastodon was awesome. Brand Daler is such an incredible drummer and an amazing singer. He does both at the same time, and he is amazing. He's incredible. And Josh Eppard from Coheed, he's one of my favorite drummers of all time. And I got to see him live, and I got to see his goofy faces he makes, and I got to see Claudio's hair in person. His hair is awesome, like probably the best hair in music. I love, man, Claudio's hair. You could see the silhouette of his hair like when he came out before the lights were on. It was the same thing with when Paul Wagner from BT Bam had long hair. You could see his hair silhouette before you could see him. Uh, yeah, so Mastodon announced that as soon as they get done with the tour, they're going to start working on a new album, which is cool. And uh, so this year, BT Bam is releasing a new album. They released a single not too long ago, and it's it's different for them, but it sounds familiar. Like they somehow managed to do something new, but have it still feel like normal for them. Like it's not so much of a jump that it's not like a shocking like, oh, they changed. It's just like, but it's not like, oh, it's more BT Bam. You know, it's not like the last Slipknot album where it's like, oh, it's just more Slipknot. um, very funky, very different, but still super technical, very proggy. It's just really good. And then Cold Rain has an album coming out this year, which is cool. Cold Rain's another one of those bands though where they like it is kind of just more Cold Rain every album, but I love them so much that it's just like I'll take more. I'll take more all day. Although the single that they released wasn't as good as Vengeance, which Vengeance was a song that they wrote for a anime opening, the anime Ninja Kamui, which I haven't checked out yet, but I heard it's kind of like John Wick, the anime. But they put that they re-recorded their first album and then stuck that on at the end of the album, and they kind of did what Thrice did with Artist in the Ambulance and just re-recorded the same album. They kept the songs the same and everything, but there's just better production, more musical experience, and uh, the lead singer's voice. I think his name is Masato. I think that's his name. I could be wrong. Um, but his screams are definitely way stronger now, like 20 years later. Like so, because he's not too much younger than the guy from Thrice. I mean, with Thrice, you can tell a way bigger, drastic difference with his voice. And I honestly didn't really like the re-recording of Artist in the Ambulance that much. I mean, like musically it sounded good, but his voice like definitely sounds like it's taken some hits over the years. And whereas Masato, I believe that's his name, he was so young and inexperienced, whereas the Thrice singer already sounded amazing. So, also, I don't think Artist in the Ambulance was their first album. I could be wrong. Um, I know it's one of their biggest ones next to Vesu, but and then they also had like the Alchemy albums, which was a cool idea. Uh, but yeah, and then um, AFI is working on a new album. I don't know what the direction they're going in. If they do another post-punk album, this is the longest they've been one genre without changing. It'll be like the fourth album of this like genre cycle. I don't know if that's just what they are now, who they are now. Um, but yeah, it'll be interesting. They say it's the best thing they've ever worked on, and usually when bands say that, it's not good. We'll see. And then uh, the one I'm most excited about is Dance Gavin Dance. I love Dance Gavin Dance. They have a new singer, Andrew Wells. Um, I like him. A lot of really dumb, ignorant people keep trashing him because of his live performances, because he has to sing songs that were written for other people like years ago with different ranges. Like he can't hit Killian Pearson's range. No one can. Women can't even hit his range. Like he had the like the craziest, smoothest voice ever, and like no like super high pitch. No one can hit that. And he sounds really good on the old Johnny and Kurt songs. I don't know. People just like to hate and be upset for no reason. Everyone's like, "We want Tillian back. Bring Tillian back." Yeah, well, Tillian was a bum that refused to change his style, so he got booted. And I don't know. Now that I've been getting more into the older Dance Gavin Dance stuff, Tillian is probably my least favorite singer. His era is, even though his era was like 60% of the band. Um, yeah, I don't like his era as much as like Johnny and Kurt. Uh, but Andrew's stuff, like they released a couple songs, couple singles. They got two singles from the new album out, and Midnight at McGuffey's is probably my favorite DGD song now. Um, I would say like my four favorite songs of all of theirs just happen to all be from the four different eras, and those are Lemon Meringue Tie, which is from the Johnny era, then Uneasy Heart Sway the Most from the Kurt era, then Synergy from the Tillian era, and now Midnight at McGuffey's from the Andrew era. Um, love the music video too. A lot of horror elements, uh, some like practical body horror effects. Which, speaking of practical body horror, I just saw The Substance for the first time. Holy crap, that movie! Great movie. Uh, really long. People complain about how long that movie is, but I was gripped the whole time. I was like eyes to the screen, just like, oh, like, really good movie. And great performance by Dennis Quaid. I don't think enough people credit Dennis Quaid's performance in that. He's really good at playing a disgusting Hollywood executive. Um, I mean, obviously the two girls were fantastic, Demi, and I can never remember the other actress's name. I feel bad. She's new. She was in she played one of the Manson family in the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But they both did amazing jobs. And Demi Moore, I haven't like seen her in anything since like G.I. Jane, and she's doing great. She does not look 61, I'll tell you. And trust me, you see a lot of her in that movie. You see all of her in that movie. Oh my God. But, uh, uh, crazy movie. Crazy, crazy movie. Um, yeah, the practical effects and seeing the behind the scenes stuff, I love it. Um, yeah, I haven't really watched any anime in like probably a year, and I haven't really watched a lot of movies, but I'm kind of starting to get that itch to get watch more like horror movies. I'm a huge horror movie fan. I might have mentioned that before, or I might have at least mentioned that I love horror games, but love horror movies. I've been rewatching a lot of like scenes from the Saw movies. And yeah, I like going on YouTube and watching like reactions to horror movies and stuff. And as much as it upsets me, frustrates me because I don't want to get into it, but I don't like reaction YouTubers. They're the most unobservant, ignorant people I've ever seen. I'm not here to get into it. I can't help but just start problems everywhere I go. The last couple days I've been pissing off a lot of people on Reddit because it's just fun. Like, like really pissing people off on Reddit. And it's just like they're so easy to upset. So easy. And it's like they even on like serious topics and stuff. It's like, dude, you're not gonna solve world peace in a Reddit comment section. Like, uh, I ain't choose the troll life. The troll life chose me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So gaming, uh, because this is technically a gaming channel, so I'll talk about the games. Um, haven't been playing too many crazy games lately. I actually, actually, I started getting back into SpongeBob Battle for Bikini. I had never 100%ed it before, so I went into the rehydrated version and finally 100%ed it after all these years. Finally beat the stupid ballroom puzzle after all these years. Um, I've also been watching a lot of Shift again. Shift is he's like the number one speedrunner for that game. He has taken a bit of a downward spiral. I kind of feel bad for him. Um, but I mean, there's people that have entire channels dedicated to just like making him look bad, and it's like, get a life, bro. Like just uploading hundreds of videos of him getting mad and saying he has a mental problem. It's like, dude, you have a mental problem. Like you're just, like dedicating your whole existence to like posting, not even making like analysis or video essays about him, just posting his content in like adding subtitles, calling him crazy. It's like you got issues, man. He's getting really close to sub 40. It's like he gets so close. It's so painful to watch. He was doing so good on one run, and then just suddenly everything just started crumbling to pieces. Like speedrun's crazy. I don't speedrunning is crazy. I don't like watch speedruns like religiously, but he's someone that I've always kind of kept up with. I think it's mostly just because of the nostalgia I have for that game. But I mean, it's still a good game. You know, I grew up during the like 3D platform era in like the early 2000s, late 90s, and I suck at platformers, but I'm good at that game, and um, yeah, it's fun. But yeah, I downloaded a couple other games. I haven't finished. I have so many like that I haven't finished. Like I didn't finish Expedition 33 yet. I'm so close to the end. I got Night Rain and I haven't like played it much. I got Final Fantasy 16. I haven't played it much because it finally came out on Xbox. I mentioned that in my mall video that I was waiting for it to come out. It finally came out. I think Tormented Souls 2 is supposed to finally come out this year. I've been waiting so long for that thing to come out. It's like it's had a page on the Xbox store for like a year now, and they kept pushing it back. It's like we live in an era now where it's just cool to push games back like a year. And it's like just don't announce the game until it's ready. I don't know why it's like people just push stuff back. We should start an initiative about that. Like, you know, like not just stop killing games, like stop delaying games. Just get it right the first time. Just do a good job. You know, it's funny. It's crazy the world we live in. Yeah, a lot of cool new games coming to Xbox. Black Myth Wukong's coming to Xbox. Um, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake is coming out in like a week. Really excited about that. I never got to play 3 and 4. You know, the remakes are so divisive, at least they used to be. But is my thing with remakes, like my main thing is like if it's an old game, like old game on like a console that no one has anymore or can't even get anymore, like yeah, remake it. Like remake it so the newer generations can play it because it's like I was born during the sixth console generation and I only had Xbox because that's all my dad bought. So I never got to play old PlayStation games, and I never played a lot of Gen 5 games. Um, so, I mean, I did play a couple Gen 5 games on the Sega Genesis, but that was about it. I did play a couple PS1 games, but yeah. So I love the Tony Hawk game so much. Everyone knows that by now because I talk about it all the time. And yeah, I love the skateboarding games. I don't like the super hyper realistic ones like Skate. It's like they're not fun to me. Like people complained about Tony Hawk being unrealistic. I like unrealistic. It's a video game, okay? Calm down. It doesn't have to be realistic. If you want a realistic skateboarding experience, then go skateboard. uh, but the soundtrack and the music has also been a big part of why I love the Tony Hawk games so much. And I have to mention Holiday. Got to mention Holiday. so Joe doesn't get mad at me. I gotta mention Holiday. It's so funny when we were editing that podcast that we did together. We kept scrubbing through randomly because we were trying to find like a particular bit, and we clicked on him saying you didn't mention Holiday like four times by accident. Just happened to click the exact same spot. It is so funny. So I'm mentioning Holiday, Joe. But yeah. Well, what else is there? What else did I want to talk about? Maybe I should have written down talking points. I didn't bother writing down talking points. As far as the anime world goes, I'm kind of just waiting for Steel Ball Run and the Demon Slayer movie. Oh yeah, speaking of movies, I really wanted to see Final Destination 6 when it came out, and I never did because I like the weekend it came out, I had to do a bunch of stuff with like unemployment, and then I got my job. I got my job literally like the day after I applied. It was awesome. What was I just saying? My brain just like completely halted all processes, like my computer does randomly. Um, I'm gonna have to edit this out while I think. This is like this is what I run into when I do the stupid SCNN videos. When I'm like reading my papers, it's because I forgot what else I want to talk about, and I like ran out of things to say. So I just make it look like I'm reading my papers. I never saw Accountant 2 either. Oh, I really wanted to see that because I love Jonathan Bernthal. I want to say there was another movie too. Man, I hope they make Saw 11. I hope that happens. Oh, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is supposed to come out like in December, I think. So that'd be cool. I love that like we're getting decent remakes or not remakes, like adaptations of things now. Because now like it's a way that I can show my parents stuff that I like and they can enjoy it. Like my dad loves the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And he's not like a super big horror fan. He gets kind of scared pretty easily. At least by like spiritual, like demonic movies. He does not. Like nope, he does not touch that. But uh the Five Nights at Freddy's is kid friendly enough that he likes those. Or he likes that movie. Um so he's looking forward to the second one. And of course Matthew Lillard is just I love Matthew Lillard. Is Scream 7 ever coming out? I don't know. I feel like they restarted too fast. They moved too quickly. They released 5 and 6 so close to each other, and then they just like announced 7, and then just I guess a lot of actors dropped out, or there's a lot of issues with the actors. But Matthew Lillard is like keep saying that Stu's gonna come back. Like he says it all the time, and I'm hoping he comes back in the seventh one. Um, that'd be fun. I would just if the seventh one comes out and it gets to the end of the movie and he takes out the mask and it's him and he just goes surprise Sydney, like that would floor me. Like I could die happy at that point. Like that would I would explode if that happened. Like I love it. But yeah. But also One Piece live action season 2 I think comes out early next year. Again, they pushed that back again. They pushed that to 2026. And I see you can wishlist GTA 6 now on Xbox or whatever, which has people all excited, which is like cool. Can't wait for them to delay that another 4 years again. I am gonna get GTA 6 when it comes out though. I am excited for that a little bit. Excited as you can be waiting like 7 years for a game or what they announced it in 2023. It's been like 3 years, 4 years. Like you know, they cut a bunch of stuff out of Red Dead 2 because they announced it too early and felt the pressure to get it out. But now they announced GTA 6 too early and they keep pushing it back. And it's like whatever. Cool, I guess. I don't know. I'm a part of me is a little scared just because modern game companies just suck and they stop doing the things that they are famous for doing to try to comply with the modern audience or whatever bullcrap. It's like just make it's GTA. It's supposed to be controversial. It's supposed to be over the top. It's supposed to be crazy. Just give us that. Just give us what you're known for. It's like, put the fries in the bag. I hate that expression, but uh yeah. But yeah, so that's about it. I don't think there's anything else I really want to talk about or need to talk about. Um, I was thinking about recording a couple of these back to back, just to have them in the chamber. But I was I might talk about my favorite console seven generation seven games, but I would have to actually like. I actually do have a list I think already written down of some of the games I wanted to talk about. Which is funny for that though, is a lot of those games are just sequels to games from the previous generation. So like all the good Halo games. Well, actually no, because two was one and two. I mean, one is great, but one and two are both Gen 6. I forget how old two is. Like that it was still on the original Xbox. I think I just associate Xbox Live with 360, and I forget that the original Xbox had it. I think Brute Force was like the first game that launched with online. Uh, but yeah, and like Halo 3 and Reach and ODST were all 360. Halo 4. I think that was Xbox One. When did Xbox One come out? That was like what, 2013, 14? I was in high school. Um, Kind of forgot about Xbox One. Kind of forgot that there's a whole other generation in there. Yeah. Well, uh, if you tuned in, thank you for listening. I think I'm gonna end this one here. So I don't just sit here for an hour trying to think of more things to say. Uh, um, yeah, I just wanted to kind of just catch up, talk about some current stuff. Um, Not in the way that I do with like SCNN. I thought about doing SCNN in Gmod, but I those are fun to do in real life. It's hard for me to find the time to do those because I usually wait until no one's in the house. But with recent things that I mentioned earlier, um, the house is never empty now. Um, 'Cause, one of my immediate family members was injured, so they're recovering. They're fine. Uh, it's all good, but yeah, just healing takes time. So yeah, I mean, I know she wouldn't mind if I went crazy while she was home, but um, it's fun to do those when I'm alone and I can just scream in my basement. But I usually wait until there's like something really, really big and topical to talk about. Not because I'm trying to like clout chase, just because it's like, I don't know, there's not, I'm not going to sit and scream about something like really mundane or, it's usually things that have like kind of like some memeage to them, like the Game Awards or like the whole Expedition 33 thing. Like, there's just like, it was a very memeable situation. And it's just funny, especially the Game Awards. Like that was just so ripe for parody. And I was gonna follow that up with another one that I think had more to do with Warhammer. Still haven't heard anything about the Warhammer show. I heard, I guess the Mass Effect show is going to take place in the Mass Effect like game story, which I think is a bad idea. They need to they need to make a prequel about Captain Anderson, have Lawrence Fishburne play him. Bam. $1 million. Bam. Blockbuster hit. Like, and why Lawrence Fishburne and not Keith David, the voice of Anderson? Because Lawrence Fishburne, I feel like just fits the military persona better. You know, like his role as Captain Miller, or uh, I almost called him Opius, Morpheus. I think it's because he gives him pills. It's like Morpheus's drug addict brother, Opius. But better than Oedipus. Oh no. Uh, oh boy, we're at that part of the show where I just lose my mind. Ah, oh man. I think this room doesn't have a lot of air in it, so when I start wheeze laughing, I expel all my air and can't get enough back, and I just go crazy. There's also a lot of like paint fumes and cans and chemicals in here. So, whew, yeah, whew, probably not a good room to spend too much time in. Oh boy. What was I talking about? Yeah, all right, I gotta go. The paint fumes are affecting me. Well, I'm in the Snoopy Emo. This has been the Snoopy Emo podcast. Um, yeah, I hope to get that I hope to get that the Machinima video out soon at some point. I know Joe's looking forward to seeing it. Uh, Especially because he's in it, and he's so far. He does such a good. I had him do the throbbing voice for one of the characters, and it's just so perfect. There's a lot of references to Freeman's Mind in it, like a ton of references. Um, but yeah, so see you in the next one. I'm gonna just do 100 outros at this point and just not end like they do on Regulation Podcast because I don't have an angry little man to tell me to stop recording. All right, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. How do I end these? I don't remember how I end these. I'll just do what Joe did and just did the zoom in, the cliffhanger ending. Yeah. Bye.